I've been noticing something lately that everywhere I look, it feels like everyone's telling us to be worried about the market, the economy, politics, AI, retirement, right? It's as if every day it's like, help. I know the feeling. And we really wonder, what's happening. And it's like we're being trained to be uncertain and feel scared. And it's made me wonder, what if we've been asking the wrong financial question all along? Because we've been told to save and think about retirement. And we're constantly looking at, do I have enough? Will I be okay? Am I okay? Right? And we've been asking the wrong financial question, I think. Because most retirement says, how much money do I need? But I think we got this wrong. Like, as I'm sitting here thinking about this now, the question really is, what life are we trying to fund? That's a different question. That feels different. We have to become someone different, right? And it's really the heart of the matter. And I think that question actually changes everything. What's interesting to me is I've had conversations with thousands of women, doctors, executives, coaches, entrepreneurs, your artists, healers, activists, and, women who've done everything right, saved, invested, women like you, worked really hard to be where you are. You're not broke, you're okay, you're paying the mortgage. And almost all of you have spent time calculating your money, knowing where you stand, right? But what's surprising to me is that very few of you have actually looked at designing the life. What's the life you really want? What's that passion project that you've been putting off? What are the things that matter to you? Because I think we all agree that on our deathbed, we're not going to be wondering, did I have the right career? We're going to be thinking about the moments that we regret, the deep regrets. But instead of regretting, what if we looked at the life we really want to fund? Because I think that's where we start to get into the rich territory that had us want the money in the first place, right? So we can calculate our retirement plan and we can know our net worth and what our status is and how much we have or how much we don't have. But it really doesn't matter if we don't know what life we're trying to fund, right? You can feel how knowing that number is nice and it's information and we need to have it, but we're missing the feeling. And especially right now, today, in a world that's programming us to feel uncertain about ourselves, right? That we need to learn to trust how we make decisions and that we can trust ourselves with our own lives, not just our money, but we use our money to start designing the life and funding the life that actually matters to us. This little book reminds me of something. Reminds me of being 6 years old and Sunday nights were mine, watching Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. And I would sit mesmerized and drawn into the television. And I would see the animals roaming the plains. And I heard two sentences that were very clear that have defined my entire life and still do. And the first one was, you must go to Africa. And the second one was, you're going to need your own money so you can make your own choices. At 6 years old, I didn't understand investing, obviously, but I understood freedom. And I understood how powerful it would be to have a life of choices, the freedom to choose. Looking back, I realized that the message wasn't make more money to have more money. It was make more money to have more choices. And somewhere along the way, many of us started believing that money was really the destination. But here's what I want to tell you. Money doesn't create freedom, it funds it. So now, before I ask you how much you need, I want to ask you, what life do you want to fund? What does your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday mornings look like? What's the bucket list trip that you want to take? What have you stopped postponing? What does breathing room and spaciousness look like and feel like? What finally gives you room to breathe? What childhood dream or passion project are you fulfilling? So once you know the life, my friend, the numbers start to serve it. If this question, what life are you trying to fund, stirred something in you, and you want to dive deeper into this conversation, I've created something called the Financial Certainty Finder, and it's a fun little AI powered tool with my coaching philosophy built into it that can help you get some certainty, some clarity, and some answers. Just go to knowyourok.com and enter in your email address. It's really simple, and click, and you're going to get access to it immediately inside your ChatGPT. You can have a free account. It's easy to use. But I really want to leave you with the idea that, we all want to have impact, and we all wanted to have more than enough money. But we wanted to have more than enough money so we could make choices. Choices are what make us feel safe. And that's what creates the feeling of freedom. So, my sister, what life are you trying to fund?